Gotcha. I'm trying to keep this clean for YouTube, but anyway. What's up, YouTube? Welcome to iIrvingTV here with another video for y'all, and I hope everybody's having a great day today because I'm up at 7 in the morning right now recording videos. But that means I'm good. Because if I'm up this early, I mean, granted I work nights, but if I'm up this early making videos, I'm having a good day, even though my day is kind of, I don't even know if it's the start of my day, because I think I woke up like 12 when, I don't know anymore. Anyway, enough of my personal issues. In today's video, I'm going to be reacting to the Halo Infinite campaign, the hands-on video from IGN. Now, I ain't going to lie, I was a little hesitant to do this reaction at first, and the reason why, because what was it, Griffball or Oddball footage they showed Infinite. IGN, I was disappointed in IGN in that gameplay. Come on now, IGN. But anyway, but this gameplay is by IGN, and they just showing some more campaign footage and all that stuff. They got their hands on the first 2 hours, but they just broke it down into like, what was it, basically 12 minutes. So we're gonna have a long video on our hand. So let's go ahead and get to it. But before we go ahead and get to it, for anybody that just stumbled across this video, stumbled across my channel for the first time, if you like what you see, go ahead and press the subscribe button and press that bell, so that way you guys can get the latest videos from me as well. Now, let's get started.
The biggest surprise I had coming out of my few hours of playing Halo Infinite's campaign wasn't the delightful exploration nor the incredibly fun gunplay. Instead, it came down to the characters. Halo Infinite sees the legendary Master Chief once again tasked with saving the universe.
This definitely looks good. I'm going to keep saying that.
The Chief seems tired. He's a man of few words, but his movements and responses are heavier than I've seen before. This is Chief without Cortana. His subtle and distinct change is far from a bad thing, though. If anything, Master Chief's forlorn demeanor that he sets aside to get the job done is a great indication to me that Halo Infinite's story is intended to be a more impactful adventure.
The Infinity, I mean. That ship is the Infinity, I believe.
It's been 6 months.
We got the weapon.
What happened? Where is Cortana?
Chief's stern determination is also wonderfully contrasted to his new AI companion's bubbly enthusiasm and his pilot rescuer's anxiety and weariness. Given developer 343 Industries' failure to...
Of course, we have Zeta Halo. Got Zeta Halo. I've been catching up more with the lore lately. I'm on the second book of the Forerunner trilogy. And I kind of already know everything that's going to happen with that one at the end. I also know what's going to happen in the third book. But still, I would like to still read it, or I've been doing the audiobooks lately, so yeah.
To give Locke the faintest hint of a...
Now, granted, those books were released for the release of Halo 4, even though the last one was released after Halo 4. But still, it's nice to know this stuff.
Personality or motive in Halo 5, and the game's generally lackluster story, this was a relief.
No. Not then. Not again. We need to run. I need a weapon. Weapon?
I need a weapon. Any Halo fan knows that it's a big line for Master Chief. He first said it on Halo 2. I need a weapon. Hold on, we gotta go back. We gotta hear that again.
It was a relief.
No. Not then. Not again. We need to run. I need a weapon. This is all I've got. It's enough.
For Chief, that's enough.
Contrasting characters aren't the only things to look forward to.
For Chief, that pistol was enough to at least get him started. Then he gonna steal a whole bunch of banished weapons and steal all their weapons and use it against them. Isn't that how the Chief usually does it? Yeah? 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 Yeah. my Master Chief mug. Y'all can't really see it because of the green screen, but yeah, look at my Master Chief mug. I need a weapon. I need a weapon. I'm telling y'all, I'm excited for Halo Infinite. Well, this is gonna be a long video, y'all, so let's just continue.
Though. Rewarding exploration infused with Halo's DNA and genuinely challenging combat.
Because they showed us in
today's open world game extravaganza, where many worlds are packed to the brim.
Yeah, this, I know I said I was gonna keep going, but this showing the enemy's name, they showed us that in the last campaign footage.
Combat could be relief in today's open world game extravaganza, where many worlds are packed to the brim with tours,
and it's huge.
And only a few offer meaningful adventures beyond their main path. If things continue the way I played in my 4-hour hands-on time, I think Halo Infinite could fall into the latter. That's not to say there aren't some essential elements of Halo Infinite I'm curious to see if 343 can pull off, like Chief's storyline with Cortana.
Oh.
For now, what
Halsey and Cortana.
I played in my preview session has left me even more eager for Halo Infinite's December 8th launch.
That's good to hear. Who's his name? Treminus?
Can you hear me?
They say there's gonna be no spoilers on here, so that's another reason why I was hesitant. That's another reason why I was hesitant to react to this, because I was afraid it might have spoilers. But so far, there's really no spoilers. It is showing a little bit more cutscenes that I would like to see, because I would like to get a fresh experience when I play this. Because I know I'm doing a if you don't know, I'm doing a let's play of this. I'm gonna try to do high production stuff on there, or at least what I envision as high production. Basically, I'm gonna do more effort than my other let's plays. I'm gonna put a lot of effort behind it. So anyway,
time and time again, Master Chief has woken up to fight a new enemy. Halo Infinite largely sees that pulled back by instead focusing on familiar fodder with the Banished from Halo Wars 2. They eagerly step up as Chief's main adversaries after handily defeating the UNSC around Zeta Halo, including Master Chief. Their goal for Zeta Halo is unknown, but if it involves a Halo ring, there's nothing good that can come of it. After the UNSC's loss, Master Chief's main objective becomes freeing the captured Allied forces on Zeta Halo and thwarting whatever the Banished are planning.
I am
Escharum,
War Chief of the Banished.
Ooh, his breath got me stinking.
Cortana was presented as a mystery rather than as a primary antagonist in what I played. What happened to her after Halo 5 and whether or not she's been truly destroyed is unknown. This crucial conflict seemingly...
Well, I know a lot of people complain about Cortana being evil, and my corner is showing. Keep having that. A lot of people was concerned about how they was going to handle Cortana on here. Cortana. Because a lot of people didn't like that Cortana went evil on 5. I didn't care. You know, I didn't mind her being evil. It wasn't like the biggest thing. It didn't ruin it for me. But, could have been executed better, but that's no here nor there. But from what I'm hearing, it looks like, because it's a lot that's going, I feel like it's going to be a lot going on in Infinite. And the fact she said that Cortana is more of, is going to be a mystery, that means it's not a background thing that's going to be going on per se. But anyway, let me continue. Like I said, this is going to be a long video.
Takes a backseat to the larger fight with the Banished, though it is intertwined somehow. Without getting into spoilers, I will say the few moments that dug into Chief and Cortana's relationship were an emotional gut punch. Halo Infinite is looking to deliver a meaningful story for legacy Halo fans, and I really needed to fulfill that promise after Halo 5's story missteps.
She's not the driver, but a way to level the playing field.
What do I call her?
Ask her. She named herself.
Hello, Master Chief. I'm Cortana.
This all being said, I'm not optimistic that Halo Infinite is going to be a great starting point for new people to the franchise, as the best moments I saw in the first few hours rely on prior knowledge of the series. I don't like the idea of people being left behind, but I selfishly prefer that this game is made for returning Halo fans rather than tuning the story to accommodate new players. Familiar with this?
I agree with that too, like, cause I mean that whole thing is like getting new people in there and also get returning old fans as well. But at the same time, you have to realize this is a whole big story. So to try to ease new people into it is going to be very difficult. No matter how you try to spin it, it's going to be very difficult. So,
story or not, though, Halo Infinite sure is fun to play and explore.
I think I'm with you. I didn't even know what a banished was an hour ago, and even I can see the odds aren't great.
I think I'm gonna like the weapon. She doesn't have an official name, I don't think. They just call it a weapon.
Playing Halo Infinite is a mix of familiar and new. One moment you're navigating encounters and ship corridors, then the next you're driving several Marines around the open fields of Zeta Halo. As 343 has clearly stated, Halo Infinite isn't quite a true open world game despite it featuring massive sandboxes. Zeta Halo is broken up into island chunks. Land masses can be connected by bridges, and Chief can eventually call in things like a wasp to fly around anywhere after they're unlocked.
I like that feature. The fact that you can call in vehicles, that's a good feature on there. But yeah, the fact you said that it's not a super open world, it just got open world elements. That's a good balance. I think that's a good balance. But we won't know for sure until the actual game come out, which is next month on the 8th. Even though on the 8th, well, the 7th will be my last day of work, and I'm off for the rest of that week. But I'll be getting off on the 8th because I work nights. But the 2 weeks before that, the 2-3 weeks before that, it's peak season. So I'm gonna be working mandatory overtime. I'm gonna be tired, but I'm gonna be playing this game. I work too hard not to be playing this game. Why am I saying it like that? Playing this game. Playing this game. This video gonna be long, y'all. I'm sorry.
Freely explore unlocked areas, but our range will be limited and more focused at first. Zeta Halo is littered with UNSC camps called Forward Operating Bases that were claimed by the Banished after the UNSC lost the big fight. Clearing a base and reclaiming it replaces the Banished with Marines. Even better, cleared bases convert to instant fast travel points and earn new Valor. Worry not. Valor isn't some sort of spendable currency. It's instead a point-based tracker of how much ground the UNSC has on Zeta Halo. The more Valor you have, the better backup and gear you can call in. As far as I can tell, earning Valor and reclaiming the Broken Ring is entirely optional. So what else can you do
so it's not
when
dependent
down
on it.
the next clue to the Banished plan? People don't just get to give the Master Chief a fetch quest. The only one who really gives Master Chief any sort of command is a new AI codenamed the Weapon. She's meant to destroy Cortana and is in turn supposed to be destroyed when her operation is complete. Though Cortana is seemingly gone, the Weapon remains and is happy to assist Master Chief until she reaches her eventual demise. Much like Cortana, the Weapon will call out enemy attacks, notable objectives, Banished facilities that need destroying, and Marines in need of rescuing.
The good thing about this is it's not going to be, it's open world, but it's not going to be super open world. It's not going to be dependent on it. With my Let's Play, I might do a decent amount of secondary quests, but I would like to focus on the primary stuff that's going on. So, let's keep listening to this. Let's keep watching this.
I was more likely to come across a random patrol of enemies than an actual objective, but it didn't feel like I had to go too far to find something fun to do. I enjoyed the quiet moments though. Following
Hit
Zeta
that brute right in the
Halo's
head.
space groundhogs or just enjoying the view was a pleasant reprieve from the action. When I was ready to get back to it though, I could also hunt down and eliminate special targets to collect a unique version of their signature weapon that's equipable at FOBs. And of course there are plenty of collectibles. A new scanner tool does make them a bit easier to find, if you have an idea of where to look. The scanner's range is rather limited though, so it's not a free pass to finding secrets.
They had the scanner on Halo 5. Probably not used to the extent they're going to use it on Infinite, but they did have it on 5.
I'd miss if I didn't mention the Grunt and Marine dialogue. They're hilarious. The Grunts are
Yes! We love the dialogue with the Grunts and the Marines. That's what a lot of people say they miss about the original Halo, about the new Halos that the original ones didn't have, and that's that banter with both the Marines and the Grunts. So, because like in both the 4th and the 5th one, you're fighting Prometheans for the most part. So,
oddly aggressive as ever, and have a surprising number of lines.
Humans would never fight grunts like us. He's here!
while the Marines are far more confident and excited about joining the Chief in battle. Their commentary made exploring all the more enjoyable.
Just in the nick of time, Chief.
Tools of the trade.
Just because Zeta Halo is a larger, more open sandbox doesn't mean 343 suddenly has us doing puzzles or tasks unbecoming of a genetically augmented super soldier like Master Chief. Fighting enemies and destroying their stuff is always at the center of Halo Infinite's gameplay, and whether I was taking on a roaming pack of Banished or infiltrating a fortress for a story mission, the more open nature only served to give me more options for combat.
I tell you what I'm definitely seeing so far. It looks like you're definitely gonna be fighting I mean, I know this is the first like 2-4 hours that they're seeing, but after that, in the next couple hours, you could be fighting Prometheans, and then plus you still have the Harbinger. You still have a whole bunch of it. You know, it could be another enemy that we have to face. It has to be another enemy, because in every single Halo, it always starts off with the exception of 5. For the most part, in every single Halo, you start off with one enemy, then you end up fighting another enemy. It always happened in every single Halo. Halo 1, you start off with the Covenant, then you had the Flood. Then on Halo 2, of course, you had the Covenant, but then you remember, primarily you was fighting elites. Then you have brutes. Then of course you have the Flood, you know, and then Halo 3, you're fighting brutes, and then you're fighting the Flood. I can keep going, but this video's already long. Take his helmet off. There you go, Chief.
If you've had a chance to check out either of the multiplayer test flights, Halo Infinite's excellence in weaponry should come as no surprise. The campaign introduced me to other interesting weapons.
Ooh,
yet to
what kind of gun is that?
Like the Disruptor, a small shock pistol that doesn't do too much immediate damage, but deals out pain over time. The equipment
seems like a plasma
unsurprisingly
pistol.
takes on a more powerful form in the campaign. Each of the 5 equipment options, grapple shot, shield core, threat sensor, drop wall, and thruster, can be upgraded with a collectible called Spartan Cores.
Nice.
Like most of the open world elements,
got some small RPG elements on it.
And upgrading equipment.
One thing I noticed on here from the looks of it, it seemed like, yes, it's going to have like RPG elements, but it's going to be like minor. So it's nothing like crazy to the point you have to continuously keep up with it. Like, you know, like in other RPG games, you don't have to keep, you know, it's not a lot that you have to keep up with. It's just something it's minuscule. So it sticks to the core gameplay, but it's something different. So
equipment is optional. Master Chief won't start the adventure with all equipment either. You'll find new tools to play with at specific story beats. Lacking a piece of equipment doesn't necessarily mean you're blocked off from certain areas from what I saw, but getting to or taking on difficult encounters...
Oh yes, we get to pick up turns as usual. Hey, this game sounds good too. Look good and it sounds good. Hey yo, I might have to get a 4K TV for this run. I mean, of course, I'm gonna play this on the Series X, like no doubt. I'm gonna play this on the Series X, but I'm trying to determine should I get a 4K TV in this room. Like I got money to get one. Like how I'm saying it, like I got the money just to, cause I have one in my room, but in this room I don't have one. But why am I saying it like I got the money? I just, oh, I want a 4K TV. Drop the money.
Most of the big story beats happen in large, foreboding structures that could be viewed as something akin to dungeons. These offer a more classic.
She better hide before she dies.
Grunts, jackals, brutes, and elites made up the bulk of the opponents I faced. Their role, weapon, and armor variety didn't feel lacking in combat. I came across one set of brutes that were so geared up they nearly qualified as a mini boss fight. The hunters make a return too, and are fun to fight as always. This being another ring, the Flood was alluded to, though I never saw them. The Prometheans weren't present either. 343's vision of...
You hear what she said, right? The Flood is being alluded to, but it wasn't shown. So that means it's possible that the Flood is going to be here. It makes sense. It makes sense that the Flood is going to be coming back.
Set of brutes that were so geared up, they nearly qualified as a mini boss fight. The hunters make a return too, and are fun to fight as always. This being another ring, the Flood was alluded to, though I never saw them. The Prometheans weren't present either. 343's vision of recapturing the essence of Combat Evolved in Halo Infinite means there's not really room for them, and honestly, I had plenty of fun without them. I didn't see any drones either, so I'm hoping the new flying enemies equipped with hardlight weapons, the skimmers, will be their replacement. The real combat stars, though, are the...
I know a lot of people complain about the Prometheus. I didn't have a problem with them, but I can see why people have a problem with them. They are kind of one-dimensional, I'm not going to lie. I enjoyed them. They had more personality in the fifth one because they was talking, but in the fourth one, they had little to no personality, but they was fun to fight on the fourth one. The fifth one, they was a little bit tougher.
Boss fights. The first one with a brute lieutenant named Tremonius absolutely kicked my ass at first on heroic difficulty. A moment without movement rewarded Tremonius as he entered the encounter guns blazing and took me out twice in a row. I had been handling heroic without any issues up until that point, so I was stunned to see how Tremonius' aggression and support from 2 jackals paid off. I quickly got to work on a strategy and happily took on the challenge.
On the right track.
I have thus far only explored a fraction of Halo Infinite, though the map isn't as large as something you'd find in an Assassin's Creed. Far from it, I'd say. What it does hold seems to offer something more curated with excellent combat at its heart. The story part is what I'm most curious about now. 343 needs to stick the landing in the plot department, especially with regard to giving us a satisfying resolution to the Chief and Cortana's relationship.
Definitely.
If they can finally deliver that well-rounded classic Halo experience, then they'll have successfully and definitively made Halo their own. For more on Halo Infinite, check out our exclusive reveal of the new Streets multiplayer map, and stay tuned all November long for more IGN First coverage on Master Chief's latest adventure.
Yes. Yes. Jump, Chief, as you always do. You know what, y'all? That looks good. And it didn't spoil anything either. I was concerned that it was going to spoil some stuff. It really didn't. It showed a little too much cutscenes, but it's no context to the cutscene. Y'all know what I'm trying to say, but this more and more is definitely looking good. I know this video is long. This is the longest reaction I ever did. But that's going to be the end of this video, y'all. And as usual, if you like this video, go ahead and press the like button. If you dislike this video, hopefully y'all didn't. But if y'all did dislike this video, go ahead and press the dislike button because I always appreciate honesty. Drop a comment below. Subscribe to my channel. And until next time, promoting peace, gaming, and wings.